No, I understand. I have no problem with you guys filming. I know you guys can do that.
Yeah.
The problem is whether or not you can film it here. I've been told multiple times you can't film here. Okay.
So is there a law that we can't film in here? This is what I'm trying to understand.
So what is
License? We can't film in here. We're not allowed. It's a state building.
Oh, so it's a public building?
Yeah, we can't. We have no filming. I apologize for that.
Well, I mean, you can film in a public place. It's.
Well, my manager says we can't. So.
Well, guys, we're at the RMV here in Billerica, Massachusetts today, conducting a First Amendment audit.
First Amendment audit.
And I'm with one half of the audit team champions of the world, Buddy from the Buddy Brothers.
How you guys doing today?
What are we doing here today?
You know, we're gonna conduct some business. I'm gonna get a duplicate of my license.
Okay.
And see how they treat me.
So we're not just here filming, even though that is a business because it's a public place. We actually have business.
Business.
All right, well, let's see if they respect your rights and our rights. Let's take a look. And let's see. Well, here starts the line.
License? We can't film in here. We're not allowed. It's a state building.
Oh, so it's a public building?
Yeah, we can't. We have no filming. I apologize for that.
Well, I mean, you can film in a public place. It's.
Well, my manager says we can't. So.
Well,
Now serving
Fortunately, I can have a manager speak to you.
that'd be great.
Okay, hold on one
Thank you.
29 and counter number 6.
So what they're saying here is it's a state building, and you can't record in a state building. So I don't have the patrons from the RMV on camera, just because we're just here to document the facilities, the services, and that type of stuff. This guy down here is filming.
He's right here filming.
So I think I'm going to talk to this guy. Teach him a valuable lesson today. How are you, man? Pleasure to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, Lloyd.
Josh.
How can I help you?
No, so my friend's in here just getting a duplicate license.
Okay.
We're filming just because it's a public building and there's no expectation of privacy in public.
So there is actually in the state of Massachusetts, there's two consent authorization, and I'm not consenting to you filming me.
Well, here's the thing. You're absolutely wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Yeah, because the two-party law was actually repealed in 2018. I've done this at the DEA, Secret Service, and the Billerica Police Department right up the street. You're more than welcome to call them. They're going to let you know that as long as I'm in public, I have business to conduct here today. This is a constitutionally protected activity. If I had a microphone and I was recording you, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Correct.
But you're a public official in a public place. I'm absolutely allowed to film you. You can call the police. I implore you if you feel that you need to do that, but they're going to explain to you the same thing.
Okay.
I mean, sir, we all have cameras here at all times, as well.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
so it should be, you know, especially, I should be allowed to have him film me conducting my business.
But there's also customers
No,
in
but
this
we're not-
building
but we're
that
not
are
filming
not
the customer.
consenting to
Well,
it.
here's the thing. We're not here for them, but the common mistake people make is you don't need, like, paparazzis would make no money if you have to, like, get a consent. You don't need any consent. The moment you step foot in public, there's zero expectation of privacy. I could film you, your dog, and your goldfish without zero consent.
Correct.
And I actually have a video from the police department. It's the same thing. You can call them if you want.
Yeah, no, that's
But
fine.
this is a constitutionally protected activity. We're not here. And just so you do know, we could film the patrons. There's no patrons on video. We're specifically here for the services, the counter, stuff like that. No private information. We're just here to document the process of what he's doing today.
All right. All right.
All right?
All right.
Appreciate it,
Thank you.
man. Thank you
No
so
problem.
much.
my hair's looking great? Can you get me?
Your hair's looking phenomenal, bro. And I don't know where you're going, but it looks good. That guy looks like 10 pounds of shit in a 2-pound bag.
I do not want my image. I do not give permission for my image.
Well, it's public, so you don't sign
This is my
consent.
personal image. I do not give you permission.
Oh, that's a request.
I give them permission, but I do not give you permission.
That's a request, ma'am. That's a request.
So can I just get a
Hold on one second.
We just talked to him. He understands.
I know.
Unbelievable, right?
No, we have all these.
So now they're
If they deny me services because of constitutional protected activity,
it's a violation
definitely a violation.
of your civil rights.
And we, like we said, we're not here to film nobody else. We're gonna film my own process, which
Yeah.
I consent to.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
She doesn't want to be on film, so what can I help you guys with? So I
Well,
can
I just need to, I'm trying to get a duplicate.
just trying to get a duplicate of your license. Is that a mass?
That's just the old one.
That's the old one?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll have you fill this form out, okay? Front and back, set of pens right over here. Once you're done filling it out, just come back, oh, this is yours too. Just come back, see me, and then we'll have it, we'll get your ticket day after, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thanks, man. Whoop. That pen was just disorderly.
We'll do that.
You're gonna have to teach him a lesson with that cane, sir.
I'll come back later.
So, valuable lesson learned here today, you think? It went from us not being able to film to us filming.
Absolutely. Valuable lesson. I mean, everybody should be learning this lesson. You don't think?
I believe it's imperative to our free state.
Y.
Problem with us recording, but like we all say, nobody speaks up when the government interfering in your business.
Right. Hey, you're right, man. Constitutional protected activities, no reason to be afraid of freedom. Benjamin Franklin said, when you sacrifice liberty for security, you deserve neither. So when you give up your freedoms and your securities for safety, you deserve neither safety, freedom, or security at that point, because you've put our great Constitution in jeopardy in the hands of the tyranny
Now
that expels it.
R.
So guys, what you just missed is I came outside, I didn't hit the record button in time, but that security guard right there, I come out and these folks are talking. He goes, "What do you want?" I don't feel like that's a way to treat the public though. What do you want? That's not very nice. Sticks and stones, I guess. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but cameras never hurt me. Go outside and I thought I hit the film button. I didn't. It was only a split second. I walk out and the guy that's just helping you says, "Yeah, and they're filming. We don't want to be on film." Then the security guard says, "What do you want?" Is that a way to treat a member of the public? A valued member of the public? On a public easement? Conducting a constitutionally protected activity with business at a publicly funded place?
Well, those people should get, we should be calling their supervisors and let them know.
I think that is the supervisor.
That is the supervisor.
That's the problem, because I don't normally blame exactly the employees, but it rolls downhill. They can, leadership by example.
Lead by example.
And the problem is, they don't even know the laws. It's a two-party consent. Well, the wiretap laws were repealed, but filming a consensual conversation in a public place wasn't covered under wiretap anyways. That was specifically covered by illicit conversation.
Correct.
At the
But you
most,
have to, like, a
to stretch it.
telephone
Exactly.
call, or if me and you
Or
are-
the surveillance laws to go inside somebody's house.
Correct.
Not in a public place.
That doesn't apply. That never has applied.
Right.
And they like to use that excuse.
And that security...
Which makes them ignorant of the law.
How much you want to bet that security guard applied for the police force and he did not make it? Because you can tell he really wants to use his firearm.
Oh yeah.
He really wants to use his firearm today.
Unbelievable. This is the treatment.
I wonder how many-
This is. I have official business here.
I wonder how many people he was wishing he could shoot just today.
How many do you think?
12? Well, 13. He doesn't answer questions. How much you want to bet the police show up today?
I believe so.
I believe they come. We'll let them know the reason we stopped them today, but they're going to have to teach them a very valuable lesson.
Absolutely. That's what I want to see.
It's always the best part, when they learn a valuable lesson.
How's it going, sir?
What's going on, man? Had a feeling you might be coming today.
So what's going on?
Well, can I have your name and badge number, please?
Officer Foley, badge number 211.
Thanks, Officer Foley. We're, my friend's in here getting a duplicate copy of his license.
Okay.
I'm filming. I think they were confused. They thought that there was some sort of consent in a public place.
Okay.
And that's all. We're just conducting business.
Okay. What's your name?
Am I being detained?
No, you're not.
All right, so I can refuse to answer that question.
You certainly can.
Thank you. So is there a problem filming in a public place?
You've been told by this man here.
Yeah.
2 forms of identification. Your buddy is getting his driver's license.
Correct.
Duplicate. You are not.
So
I understand that you are not. You are allowed to do what you're doing.
I am perfect. So that's the whole point. Okay.
But what you're doing is you're causing people inside to have an issue.
I actually have the film if you'd like to review it. Not one person has an issue. You know why? Because not one consumer has been on this film.
Okay.
There's been 3 people, 4 people. My friend, security guard, this gentleman, and the other woman. Most of the video is going towards the ceiling because we're not here for consumers. We're here for this. Because his concern, there's no disorderly conduct. He can't say that there's been any loud words. There's been no interaction with anyone else in
I'm not
here.
applying for the work.
So their
I'm
issue
gonna
is,
speak to your buddy.
yeah, the issue is that they think that it's not okay to film.
Okay.
So we were just letting them know that it's not a 2-party consent. It's public.
WPD a few weeks ago. Where's your buddy?
Right down there with the hat.
Right down- that's
last
pretty
row in
big.
this. Like right down this last row. Right here,
I'll
yeah?
follow you.
All right. Oh, see, there they know. It's the guy that comes to film the PDs. It's Josh.
Office FOLEY, bathroom 211.
We've established there is.
You can make your way this way, Mike. Alright.
I'm just filming because I do interact with them.
No, I understand. I have no problem with you guys filming. I know you guys can do that.
Yeah.
The problem is whether or not you can film it here. I've been told multiple times that you can't film here. Okay?
So is there a law that we can't film in here? This is what I'm trying to understand.
So what is your business doing?
Okay, I'm getting a duplicate of my license.
Okay.
So I have official business here, and I brought him so because I wanted to record the whole process. Because I've been to other RMPs and I wasn't treated well.
Okay.
So we
Thus
don't have
far,
no proof. We don't have no proof of.
I didn't say I was in here. I'm
No,
here to
I'm
have
just
a
saying-
conversation.
Well, this is a public place, right? So there's no law exempting this place from filming. Any private information they have, they need to create that privacy. That's first of all. But there's no expectation of a private place, a public place.
Okay.
It's not a 2-party consent. At most, the wiretap laws have been repealed, but that's only for audio recording only.
Okay.
Okay, so as long as we're in this public place, we're not speaking to any other consumers, we're recording his interactions and his interactions only. That is, in fact, no violation of the law.
When you go up to the counter, do you plan on recording what goes on there as well?
No.
Because this is my public information.
No, because out of respect, there are people up there that are giving out private
The
information.
whole respect thing is where I have an issue because these people don't feel comfortable with you doing what you're doing. I understand you have every right to. Public
But do you
place.
see who's on film right now? I have the phone pointed this way. The only person on film is you.
So before I got here, my understanding of what was reported was you were filming other people. Now, whether or not you were canceling your phone, I'm just going. based
I'm
off what
gonna pause this just for evidentiary purposes. You keep filming.
Okay. It doesn't matter what your reality is. It matters what these people's reality is. You guys got phones pointed on me. I don't care.
So after reviewing the evidence, there's obviously no interaction with anyone besides the employees here
You're
today.
not being accused of having any interaction.
Awesome. So we're good then.
What you're accused of doing is filming people.
Yeah.
Now, when you were panning back and forth, there's people.
Okay.
who
So
do not wanna be
let's
filmed.
say that's the case, right?
I'm
There's
saying-
no
I'm saying
expectation
it's
of
the
privacy in public. This is a public place. This is considered a public easement. The same as if I wanted to walk on that sidewalk and film every single person walking by. They have no expectation of that privacy. Now, I'm not speaking to them because I'm not here for them. I'm here to record the interactions with state and public officials, people employed by the city.
And did you do that with him?
Absolutely.
Okay, and how'd that go?
Absolutely.
That go
He was
well?
very nice, yeah.
Very nice?
I think he's misinformed on the law, but he was not.
His job
He
here
was
is
cordial.
to make sure everybody goes about their business in a proper manner.
And that's what we're doing. You know that there's been no issue until this happens.
Okay.
They got cameras. Should we take the? I mean, if I really wanted to, like, I hope these folks are all right because they're on camera. I mean, I got one. You guys got about 40. This is a
You're
constitutionally
filming to
protected.
try to find liabilities in us doing our job, him doing his job.
Listen,
So,
I don't even have to answer questions to why I'm
I didn't
filming
ask you-
because
I
right
didn't ask
now
you a question.
I'm doing a constitutionally protected activity. I could stay here all day if I want. I have business here.
Okay.
That's not my
Is there any
plan.
way to expedite what he's doing here? Okay.
Can I ask you to not have the phone at the counter because there's privacy?
I didn't
Okay,
plan
okay,
to bring.
okay, that's all. I was just
Not
asking.
because there's any laws prohibiting me from doing it. Because if you want privacy, you have to create it. But when someone goes up to the window, they have the expectation that that's a private encounter. So I had no.
Okay.
And I showed the officer the video. There's no civilians. In fact, I pan up to the ceiling.
Josh, we're expecting anybody here to get a duplicate license, okay? We're cooperating. You said you weren't going to film up there? You're not gonna film up there, right?
I'm not going to. If I wanted to, I could. And if I wanted to, I would, but I'm not going to.
So if we expect anybody, I'm not gonna go up there. You can film me. All I'm gonna do is watch your buddy go about his business.
Awesome. So would you please, Officer Foley, I understand, I do believe that you're doing a good job. I understand that you have to take the facts that they're reported and investigate, and they use the term this day and age,
Now,
but
I can't make you do something, but your buddy just spilled a drink. Do you mind being a good guy? I can help you do it. Want to clean up the mess?
I don't mind, you know what? I don't mind doing that. I think
Okay.
life is all about equal balance and measures. While I'm doing
I'm
that,
gonna
would
take
you
that
like...
as a soft yes.
Yeah, would
So,
you like to explain to them that I'm allowed to film here in a public
I'm going to
place?
clean this mess.
No, you don't have to do that. I'm actually gonna help. If you get me some paper towels, I'll do that.
Possibly a mop.
I'll do that.
We'll work
A
that
mop?
out.
I don't
I'll see what they got.
know about a mop. I'll throw some paper towels on there. Because accountability for all is here for anything. We're here to serve the public. And the RMV employees learned a valuable lesson today that it's all right to film in a public place. I don't think this guy's super happy about it, but... Thanks, man.
All right, Joe, do you mind having a seat for me?
Yep, that's fine. So, because of the high tensions of this high stress situation, we have a man down. It's a large iced latte. But thankfully, we have Officer Johnson on the scene to protect the safety and sanctity of this public building. Thank you, Officer Johnson. There you go. It's not so hard to smile, all right? Hey, listen, I got a joke for you. What do you call a rusty penny?
A rusty penny?
Yes. It's not a dirty joke.
I don't know what.
A dirty copper. That's pretty funny. You know what I normally get people with? I say, hey officer, did you have to activate your dinky do today?
And I was supposed to say, what's a dinky do?
It's when your belly hangs lower than your dinky do. You're just like, we're not here to give you guys a hard time. This is the message we're trying to
I
send.
understand that, but most of these people don't understand your message. I
Right.
understand it. He understands.
And that's
freedom of
why
speech.
we're not filming them.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have no problem doing that.
Appreciate that.
I'm even going to get it on film. Because we're here to help the community. You have more paper towels?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some more right now.
Okay.
All right.
So, Officer Foley,
What's up?
yeah, I get that. Let me see that.
appreciate
So,
that. What
so
much?
did you explain to them that this is a lot? We're allowed to do this?
I did not explain anything because I am not done.
Oh, you're not concluded with your investigation yet? And this is what I mean. This citizen sitting over there, they're not on the film. We're here for public accountability.
I already told you that we were called here. I can't speak towards them when I wasn't here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's a 10-4, officer. We need more paper towels. And possibly a wet floor sign. Cuidado piso mojado. Caution, wet floor officer. What's up? Do you want to be famous for a second?
Are you gonna get your hands dirty? Am I doing myself?
Let's see.
You want more thicker side? Thicker side?
I don't know if they. That's up to them. It's liability, because if there's a wet floor and they don't post a sign, then they'd be liable to sue, right? We lost a coffee. You kicked it, and I believe that was disorderly. So I'm charging you with disorderly conduct. That's punishable by up to 1 year in the House of Correction. And Officer Johnson's going to take you into custody now.
I'm gonna what?
You taking him into custody?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
He said he won't cuff up, and he plans to do harm.
For what? What are we arresting you for?
Oh, I just arrested him for disorderly conduct.
What disorder?
He disturbed the iced latte, and it was a perfectly full and good iced latte. Yeah. A Coca Mocha latte.
I mean, I think that's punishable by a year in House of
Year in the House
Correction,
of Corrections.
maybe get, you know,
And a fine for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And as in a fine, how much does that cost? $3, $4?
Yeah, but I think there's interest.
Probably, so you get you two.
Yeah. So I'm going to allow him off today. I'm not going to send him forward to arraignment. I'm going to allow him to move forward today, just getting me another coffee.
Absolutely.
And give you guys we'll give the police a pass. We're giving the police a
There's
pass.
about 6, 7 Dunkin' Donuts in Wilmington. Pick one. They're
All right.
everywhere.
Well, you guys did great, so I'm not going to stop by your station again.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much,
Thank
guys.
you. Have a good
Thanks, guys.
We got a fan around here.
No, he's not a fan. He's a hater. They hate us because they ain't us. He ran away because when people talk smack, I get into it with them. And then all of a sudden they become what I call keyboard and telephone tough guys. So I'm gonna hit this store over here, right over here. Get the officer's car. So they told us we weren't allowed to film, and guess what? We stayed filming, and here's the thing: they expedited him. They put him in front of everybody, just so they could get him to stop filming. Well, you know what? Well, there's something I'm forgetting today to let the folks know. We let them know that we're allowed to film. We let them know they learned a valuable lesson.
Man, that's how we stopped them today.
And that's the reason we stopped them today. Click, share, like, and subscribe. Thank you to my buddy from the Buddy Brothers. And we'll see you next time.